In order to shift your life and experience massive transformation, you need to keep in mind this one thing: where you place your awareness. Wherever you're placing your focus or your attention or your awareness all throughout the day, it matters more than you think. For example, I used to constantly focus on the worst case scenario in every aspect of my life. And what would happen in return is I would experience a lot of the worst case scenarios. And I would tell myself, why does this keep happening? I felt I'm a good person. Why do bad things keep happening to me? Like, poor me, right? And I would try to, change my lifestyle. I would try to change things externally in the hopes that it would change my actual experiences. But when I tried doing all of the external changes, I noticed that nothing was changing still. I started to realize that my negative self talk and just the overall negative narrations that were playing internally in my mind, those were the things that were holding me back. Because life is just one big reflection, right? Life is just one big mirror, as within, so without. So, whoever you are being inside, that is what you end up experiencing on the outside. When I shifted my awareness and started looking at things no longer in an unwanted way, no longer in an unpleasant or negative way, but in a more positive way, the way that I actually wanted to experience things in life, that's when new opportunities came flooding in. All of these almost felt like miracles kept flooding in. And it really took no time at all. So instead of waking up every morning and thinking about the worst case scenario of the day, I started to wake up every single morning telling myself, today is going to be the best day ever. I am going to experience the best things. Everything that I experience in my life is always the best case scenario. Because why, and this is another thing that I came to the realization of, that every time I look back on it, I laugh at myself because I used to spend so much time, energy, and attention on negative stuff, on unwanted things. And it was just like so silly to me, because why would I want to put myself through that? In the moment, it felt like, why are these things happening to me? But I was like, these things are not happening to me. They are happening for me. All of those setbacks, all of those inconveniences, all of those unwanted things that I kept experiencing in my life, they were happening for me to finally wake up and understand and realize that this is not the way it has to be. And another thing that I also did was I looked at the meaning that I kept giving things in my life. I would be like, oh my gosh, yes, I'm so thankful that I got to experience this thing, but it seems a little too good to be true. And see that but right there, that is exactly what would, when I had that thing in my lap, the thing that I wanted, it would get extracted right back out of my life like that. When you're able, like I said, when you're able to stop that negative self-talk or those negative narratives, those negative stories, and start telling yourself a new story and giving things a new meaning, you're able to see things more clearly. And that is what allows opportunities to land into your lap. That is what allows you to experience new and exciting things that you've been wanting to experience. Or if you're trying to, you have goals that you've set for yourself, you're wanting to apply to a new job, you're wanting to create or start a business, focus on the good, focus on what you actually want. And I know, like I mentioned, the saying, it's too good to be true. I know when you're thinking in a positive way, it does feel too good to be true. But another thing that's important to take away from this video is the reminder that you are a limitless being. You can have, do, and be whatever you want. And when you come to that understanding as well, you're no longer holding yourself back. You're no longer setting yourself back or even setting yourself up for self-sabotage or for experiencing the things that you don't want. Because when you expect the best, you experience the best. Flat out, plain and simple. There's no, yeah, I expect the best, but there's no but. It's, I expect the best. The best scenario is always playing out for me. I always experience the best opportunities, the best experiences, and that's the way it is. You just have to keep your mind set on that, keep your mind focused on what you want, tell yourself a new story, give things a different, more favorable meaning for you, and that's when you'll start experiencing massive transformations in your life. When you make that internal shift, life throws all of the miracles at you. You're able to receive all of the things that you've been wanting in life. If you feel like this is something that you need support with, I do have my 1 hour call available. I'll link that in the description and in a pinned comment. That does it for this one. I will see you next time. I love you. Bye.